All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Trey 15, Trey 15!
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Back out of that belly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, stat. Here we go. Waiting. Go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. On play action, it's Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black, come on. Black.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped. You can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Detroit! Gone!
Back to throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Black, come on. Lion. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. Spins past it, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Slide it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
And he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Go, go. Great, great.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Sunday.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
46 down, man. 5-4. Ram.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to wind up, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of Well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now he's got a man complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here's Lewis. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Go. Ready? Black, come on. Ram.
On first down, Wentz looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Black, come on. Two jet.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 81. Lefty.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. The pitch to Fournette. Got some room at the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Come on.
Wentz going to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Shorty. Lion. Run.
Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bears have broken the tie. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And here's Lewis. That And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Wentz. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory. And
leading here in the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Great.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Lewis. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. 81. Black clock, come on.
He's back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And now he bowls him over. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.